yeah, maybe, maybe, maybe. Oh 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 yeah, maybe. Are you ready to mine?
Hello, miners, Munchmo, back on the Minecore server, and today it's time for Minecon Roundup Part 2. Today I'll be talking about Saturday, which is actually the first day of actual Minecon. Oops, I don't want to take all this crap with me. Let me go return some of this. First, I guess I'll start morning. Saturday morning, I woke up at way too early. We remember, as I said before, we had been up really late the night before at the Minecraft meetup. I don't need this, and I don't need that, so I can go there. I don't care about eggs, so this can go here. I ended up actually waking up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. We had originally planned on getting up, going to the opening ceremonies, but we were tired after the night before. And I woke up at about 8 a.m. for the alarm to go off. Turned it off, tried to go back to sleep, laid in bed, awake for hours. I could not sleep. It was kind of bad. So what ended up happening was I laid in bed, I played video games on my phone, and eventually I ended up going down to my car to get my headphones because I had nothing more to do. So I went down to my car to get my headphones, and I was waiting for Zuri to wake up because she was still sleeping. But anyway, went down to my car to get my headphones, which I had left in there for some reason, so I could watch some YouTube. So I had something else to do that wouldn't disturb her. But then by the time I came back up, she was awake. So, yeah. That ended up happening. I can't remember exactly what we did after that. It's a little bit fuzzy right around there. I know we went to the Orange County Convention Center. Hung out there for a while. Met up with some people. Waited around. We went to the Future of Minecraft panel. I know that much. Hello, pigmen. How would you like to get lava fried? Get in there. Get. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, we went to the Future of Minecraft panel, and honestly, it was more like the past of Minecraft panel, because since the panels were so short, most of the panel was them talking about all the things that have changed in Minecraft since the beginning, and all the major releases, and yada, yada, yada. So, it was like, or no, I'm sorry, since the last Minecon. So, eventually they talked about how they're, supposed to be working on the update for modding and adding the API and stuff in, which I think is supposed to be coming soon, hopefully. Well, not soon, but it's going to take a while, but they're planning on it in a version or two, which is great. I'm glad that they're finally getting around to doing that, because I think they have something they should have been working on a long time before now. And it was cool, but we left like a couple of minutes early because it was okay. We really didn't do a whole lot with Minecon itself, which is kind of funny since we spent like $150 each on tickets to not actually do anything at the convention. But I think it was worth it. After that, we went into the dealer's hall because people were interested in buying some stuff. We ended up standing in line for like what felt like forever just to buy stuff from the Think Geek booth. I mean, there was a long-ass line there. So we stood in line. They bought stuff. I didn't buy anything because I wasn't really interested in buying stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but it's all stuff I could get online, and I don't know. I don't know. It's just, they're cool. I kind of wanted to, but I just didn't feel the urge to really do that. Speaking of which, let's turn down my hostile creatures, since we're going to the end to see about repairing some tools before our next little bit of work. After that, we went to... Is there somebody here already? Nope, they just left crap. Thank you, whoever you are. I wanted this crap. So we went to a place called Hard Knocks Laser Tag Arena. It was really cool. Well, okay. It was mostly cool. The concept behind it, I thought, was pretty awesome. The problem was, it didn't really work for me. Like, literally, it didn't work. The guns, I couldn't hit anybody. We actually bought, like, paid for, like, 4 rounds of playing. And they weren't, like, short rounds or anything, either. But it was just so exhausting. We only ended up playing 2. So we've actually still got 2 rounds of, playing there, which is kind of funny. Never will use. We have a year to use it, though. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know what it was, but literally I was standing point blank shooting someone with the guns, and it was multiple guns. It wasn't just one round. Multiple times this happened. I stood there shooting somebody point blank with the guns, and it didn't register that I hit them ever. And it really upset me. I might have hit somebody once, maybe. I don't really know, but like, you know, you're aiming at them, you're shooting, and it's just not hitting them, and then they're hitting you, and it's, I don't know. Maybe I was doing it wrong, because other people seem to think that they could hit each other, or maybe I just got screwed each time and got faulty equipment. I don't know. It made me sad, because the idea is, it was such a great concept the way it is, because it's not just, you know, it's not your father's laser tag is their tagline. And honestly, I mean, it was cool. They had really cool equipment and all that sort of stuff. They had a really neat looking arena. It was like more realistic and urban warfare type stuff as opposed to the futuristic, you know, neon lights and crazy glowy crap and all that. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was cool, it was fun, but it was disappointing in the fact that I don't think I got a single hit. And that was one thing I thought of. I mean, the concept was great, but the fact that the guns weren't actually registered to the users and the vests and stuff, there was no, like, scorekeeping at all. So, you know, back when I used to play laser tag, like, for reals, there was this thing called Photon, and they actually had it so that you could use the laser tag guns, and you could actually register the guns, and you knew when you hit somebody, you knew how many shots you fired, how accurate you were, that kind of thing. That would be really cool. But unfortunately, this place didn't have anything like that. So, 37 now, huh? Alright. 37 it is. But yeah. And then after that, we went to Islands of Adventure. It was free. With the paid admission to Minecon. So basically, yeah, part of our admission went to do that. Alright, cool, got that. Next up is the shovel. So yeah, it was Islands of Adventure. Yeah, we went off to there, Universal Studios Islands of Adventure, and basically we went straight into Harry Potter world. We didn't do anything in any of the rest of the Islands of Adventure. We were a little bit late because of the laser tag, I think it was. Maybe, yeah. But that's okay, because we got to do some cool stuff. First thing we did was we rode the Dueling Dragons, or I'm sorry, it's called the Dragon Challenge now. It's not Dueling Dragons, and that was fun. I have not ridden a roller coaster in so long. I was actually kind of scared at first. I always love roller coasters, but I was like really kind of scared at first. Like we were going up, and I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of scared because it's been so long since I've done this. What if, you know, whatever. And then as we started the first fall, I felt myself like clenching up, and I was like, oh my god, this is bad. And then I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Why am I worried? There's nothing is going to happen to me. There's no reason to be afraid. And if something did happen to me, me being scared and not enjoying the ride wasn't going to make any difference. So I just kind of relaxed, and I just sat there and I enjoyed the ride, and it was a euphoric experience. It really was. Just letting go and riding this scary ass ride. I absolutely loved it. I could not have hoped for anything better. I mean, it was just amazing how awesome it was. I totally was just blown away with the ride. I mean, I've ridden that one before, mind you. It was a long time ago, but I have ridden it. It's just been so long since I've ridden any roller coasters that I wasn't sure what to expect. You know, even back when I did ride roller coasters, the first time I'd ride them after a while of not riding them, I would still be scared then too. So, you know, it's kind of expected. But at the same time, when I finally did get on it, I was just like blown away with how just awesome and fun it was. It made me so happy. It really did. I think... I'm trying to remember exactly where I met everyone. I got to meet some really cool people from the Ground Fox server especially, too. I mean, I got to meet up with a lot of people from all different places, honestly. But I remember when we met, I think... It was when we were waiting in line earlier that day. In the dealer's hall when I finally got to meet Faulty for the first time. If you guys don't know who Faulty is, what's wrong with you? You should know who Faulty is. But yeah, it was really cool to be able to meet him, and I think Dark Fox was the friend that came with him. I think that's his name. I don't really know him so well, so I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. Please feel free to correct me. So yeah. But yeah, then we ran into them again later in the Islands of Adventure on our way out, I think. We had a great time there. It was so much fun. It was just kind of a random group, and we'd like meet up with different people at different times, and then they'd go off and do something else, and we'd meet back up with them later, and all sorts of stuff like that. We ended up taking 2 cars because we had too many people. Zuria drove and I drove. But we had too many people to fit in just one car. And what sucked was my nav couldn't quite get me to the right place, so we ended up actually missing the parking lot for Islands of Adventure, and we had to do this weird thing to go through like the bus parking lot for drop-offs and stuff before we could actually pull in. And yeah, before we could pull in and actually get parked and everything. When we did go to get parked, it was like $10 cheaper than it was supposed to be, which was really cool. I guess because it was after hours when we were with Minecon that we were able to park cheaper. I don't know. I guess it makes sense. But I was happy about that. We got the preferred parking, which I guess is supposed to be better parking too. And for it being cheaper, that's great. Happy about that, you know. We got some good pictures of people there too. So I didn't get very many pictures, honestly. Actually, I didn't get very many pictures at all of anything. But even so, it was great to be able to go there and ride the rides. So we rode the Harry Potter ride after that, the Harry Potter experience. I'd never ridden that before because the last time I was at Universal was before they finished building the Harry Potter world. It was like as they were just starting it. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan like the people I was with. I mean, I like Harry Potter. I've watched almost all the movies, read almost all the books. But I'm not really the Harry Potter fan that some of the people I was with were. I don't like that. I don't like getting book with 2 different things on it like that. I liked it when books only had a single enchant on them out of the table. So disappointing. Anyway, so we rode the Harry Potter experience, and that was cool. I liked it, but it was misrepresented to me a little bit. I thought it was something different, like a more stationary ride, less like crazy. And so did Zuria. And she actually almost ended up getting sick on it because she gets motion sick really easily. But luckily she didn't, and she enjoyed it. So that worked out pretty good. But it was a pretty cool ride. I liked it a lot. After that, we went shopping because the girls really, really, really wanted to get their hands on all the Harry Potter stuff. And from what I understand, they spent a ton of money on Harry Potter stuff. So luckily they brought a lot of money to spend too, which works out for them, right? So that was cool. After that, we pretty much closed down the park. So we ended up having to went back to our cars, drove back to the hotel. Trying to remember exactly how things worked out. I think everyone else rode back in one car, and I drove back separately to get McDonald's for people. So I went and got McDonald's. I thought I was really quick, and I thought I was going to make it back before them because I got in my car and got out of the parking lot and stuff a lot faster than they did. So I thought I was going to make it back to the hotel long before any of them, but I was totally wrong. They were there hanging out, and Kevin had showed up. He was hanging out there waiting for us, and they were hanging out for a while. And when we got back, it turned out that the lobby gift shop place had closed down, and there was like no freaking soda vending machines that we could find anywhere. So there were no drinks. There's nothing to drink, so I had to go back out to get a drink because I didn't get one from McDonald's. So I planned on getting like a bottle of water or a soda or something from the vending machine. Actually, I was looking for water because I was really just so thirsty. I was so thirsty. Ow, 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 ow. So I ended up going back out to a Walgreens, and oh my god, it was the worst experience I have ever had as a customer. The place was packed, full of people, and it made no sense because it was like after midnight, and there were people haggling, and they had carts full of crap, and they were like going on about prices, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell is wrong with this place? I just want to buy these 2 bottles of water, and it was just horrendous because I was so thirsty. I was just, oh, it was horrible. And the worst part was, it took forever. I didn't even realize it, but when I finally got back, Zuria, she was like, oh my god, what took you so long? I was getting worried about it. Like, was I really gone that long? I didn't even realize that I had been gone for as long as I was. But it was the worst experience ever. I don't know what it was, but it was just horrible. Horrible. I wish I had chosen to go to a gas station instead of that Walgreens or anywhere else. And the worst part about all of it was there actually were soda vending machines. There just were none anywhere near the lobby, so we didn't see them. They're only on the guest floors, and that's just dumb. So stupid and dumb. Hey, luck of the sea book, sweet. But it happens. After that, we sat around and played Cards Against Humanity all night long. Really late. It was so much fun playing with everybody. There's actually a picture of all of us somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly, or if you can find it. But let's see if I can remember everyone who played that. And it was C-Matt and me and Zuria and Schick and 18 and Bunsey and Mavis and Kevin and Dan. And I think that might have been it. But oh my god, it was just so hilarious. So much fun playing Cards Against Humanity all night long. We had such a blast. And there were people there there were a lot of people there who had never played it before. Like 2 or 3 people. So they didn't know what to expect when we played it. But by God, we showed them how it was done. There was some laughter. I know that Mavis and Zuria were laughing so hard some of the time that they couldn't even breathe. It was just amazing. And C-Matt, he is usually like the first to make really inappropriate jokes, and he tries to do this thing where he says something crazy or insane and keeps a straight face. But this guy was cracking up left and right. It was just so much fun. We were out, I think it was like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 o'clock in the morning when we stopped playing and went back to bed. And oh my god, Saturday was just so much fun. Even with that stupid Walgreens experience in there. Nothing against Walgreens in general. That store was just horrible. Absolutely horrible. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video, because that covers all of Saturday. And I know last one was actually kind of long. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying my Minecon recaps, because I sure am enjoying sharing with you all the great experiences I had there. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And please remember, click that like button if you're enjoying this at all. Show me your support, because it helps me out a lot. And actually, I'm going to be talking about that again in my epilogue, I think, because yeah, I need to talk to you guys a little bit about this. So anyway, stay tuned for the next Minecore episode where we talk about Sunday. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.